Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday Mull for Saturday the 3rd of July. Following Shane's readings, we read Joshua chapter 5 and the first bit of chapter 6. And in it we have Joshua meeting an angel of the Lord who gives him God's plan for taking the mighty city of Jericho, this walled city that is locked up and no one could get into. And we know the story, we know what the plan was. The instruction: get the priests to carry the ark of the Lord, get 7 priests to carry 7 trumpets to go in front, and everybody, the whole army, marches around the city once a day for 6 days. On the 7th day, do it 7 times, blow the trumpets, give a mighty shout, and the walls come tumbling down. And as I read it, I wondered, what did the people of Israel say when Joshua came with this plan? Just imagine saying, excuse me, I thought you just told us we were going to march around the city for 6 days and that's going to do it. And it didn't make sense. It was not a sensible military strategy. There's no ways that you could say, well, this is going to weaken this. It's not like that. You go, every day you go and you take away a stone of the foundation, and after 7 days you've removed enough for the foundation to crumble. This is just, from a logical point of view, it doesn't make sense. And so often God tells us to do things like that. He says, forgive your enemies. And logically, that often doesn't make sense. I would much rather get even with my enemies. I'd much rather take out my anger on them. And he says, no, when they slap you, turn the other cheek. And you think, no, I don't want to do that. That doesn't make sense. What's that going to achieve? That's just going to get me slapped twice. And yet, when you do that, when you follow God, when you do what he tells you to do, you end up being like Joshua and the people of Israel. You are victorious. So we need to follow God even when it doesn't make complete sense to us. And the second thing that struck me as I read it, thought, march around the city for 6 days. Why 6 days? Why not just do it on the first day? Why not just first day go and march around 7 times and the walls will fall down? That's all that was needed. But God said, do it for 6 days. And it really just said to me that sometimes God's timing doesn't fit with us. He doesn't fit himself into our schedule. And today we're very insistent on instantaneous things, and we want things here, we want them now. Actually, we wanted them yesterday. And God said, no, that's fine. Just take 6 days of essentially marching around the city. That's it. That's all you do, 6 days, on and on and on. Then I'll do it. So we also need to let God shape our timing as well, because our timing is often far too insistent and pressured and being driven from a worldly perspective. And we've got to let God work in his way, in his time. And we say, God, help us to follow you. Because when we walk in your ways and we obey your word and we do things according to your plan, then we are victorious. Do it ourselves, we will inevitably fail. So, challenge to listen to God, be patient, be faithful, and know his blessing.